Hi everyone, my name is Don Marshall, otherwise known as Bagger Don at StockMarketCaddy.com. Just so that you know, StockMarketCaddy.com was created years ago, long before the crash of '08, and long before there was a Twitter sphere, long before there was Apple. And we have been trading algorithmically shortly after the dot-com. I have been actively trading in the markets since the '80s. Yes, I'm an old fart. I don't come from the financial industry either. Proud of the fact that I spent some 25 odd years teaching surgeons how to do surgery. I am not from the financial industry, nor is my wife Susan, who comes from the technology field. We are not brokers. We are not brokers. I am not a financial advisor. We do not make recommendations to buy or sell anything. We are about surrounding ourselves with like-minded folks, positive thinking folks that want to get the job done no matter the hurdle. We try to work together to advance that cause. We trade futures, we trade stocks, ETFs, options. We trade algorithmically, we trade semi-automatic, and we also trade discretionary. We use time charts, we use price charts, we use tick charts. We actually use price charts with tick charts. We use some very sophisticated stuff. We offer a membership. It's $99 a month. You get a video presentation of all the signals that we're seeing each and every night. The membership is month to month. I don't come out during the holidays and try to upcharge you and say that you get a 50% discount for a year's membership. It's month to month. You enjoy what you're learning, stick around. If you don't, you're free to leave, of course. And the most you'll have at risk is 1 month's membership. If you like that and you're a full-time or you're contemplating full-time and you want to trade intraday our signals, we have a secondary level. You must belong at a monthly basis. The secondary level is $400 a month. So yes, it's $500 a month, but for the active trader, we expect that you're going to draw that from the market and then some. And if you do, and you're having fun, and you're learning, everybody wins. If you don't, it's just a month. Probably 1 or 2 bad trades, right? So we're all about those folks that belong intraday. We provide, particularly if you're a trade station, but we provide our indicators, our proprietary indicators and strategies. We're available all day to answer just not specific recommendations, but to discuss trading techniques and things of that sort. And so you have us virtually full time. So if you like that sort of thing, if it resonates with you, feel free to give me a call. And I'm going to give you my home cell number, my office cell. I'm in Tampa, Florida. And that number is 813-758-8263. 813-758-8263. My name is Don Marshall. I'm happy to talk with you. And if you'd like to come in for one day and see what we're doing intraday, if that's your interest, we are a big believer in trading in simulation. If it's good enough for a pilot, good enough for a train engineer, certainly good enough and actually good enough for surgeons, it's certainly good enough for trading. If people tell you you must feel that sickness in your belly, they're nuts. Run far and fast. The next time you're flying into San Francisco and it's foggy, do you want your pilot to feel a sickening feeling? Or do you want him to be as comfortable as you are sitting in your lazy boy watching Alabama and Georgia play? Okay? That's the way we feel when we're trading. No nerves, no emotion. Now, over the last week, we've been tracking a system called the Green Tea, an automated system running on copper, the euro, the ES, the RTY, the Russell, the NASDAQ, gold, and oil. You see the positions here, and you can see them up above. Okay, I had to take a real quick phone call here, but in any case, we've been running this strategy and we've been keeping score. So, and I've been sharing our scorecard. We started last week. We got YouTube videos up, and let's get started. This was our performance from yesterday. This was from midnight to midnight, what these strategies did. We're running on these 7 markets. Now we're going to record what it did today. Now I only have a few minutes left on YouTube, so I got to move pretty fast. So what we need to do is I now need to go to the chart that these programs were running on. And this is the first chart. And so we come here, and what I want to look at is the performance report and then the periodicals. So today's January 9th. We had 7 trades thus far for 450. Oops. So we got to come here. 7 trades, 450. And what I also want to do is I need to look back because we have open positions on. Okay, so I need to look back and make sure that we didn't have any between when I recorded it last night and midnight. So again, so I got to look at, we had 6 and 162 on the 8th. 6 and 162. So we have 6 and I had 150. I got to update this. It was actually after we did the video, came to 162. Once we update it, we're good. Okay. So then it totals across and totals down. All right, so now we go to our next market, which is the NQ. We do the same thing. The NQ today had 11 trades, 54% winners, 11 for 195. 195, 11 trades. Let's go to the next market, the Russell. The Russell had 11 trades and lost $5. Oops, 11 trades minus 5. Now what I forgot to do, we don't win on every trade. What I forgot to do is to check yesterday's. So let me go back to the NQ here and double check here. This is the NQ for the 8th. We had 7 trades for 5. Let me just double check this. Yes, what we did do, we actually increased, so we don't need to do this. We had to last night at midnight. We had to change a setting, so we won't check it today. We'll actually do that tomorrow. We had to, she was putting in too many orders. Notice she had 16 yesterday versus 11 here, and so what we did, we made a couple adjustments to slow the strategy down. Same strategy, but we needed to slow it down, and there are some, not tricks, but there are things that you can do to slow the strategy down so we don't trade too much. And we did the same thing with the Russell, so there's no reason to go back on the 8th. Now we didn't touch anything, the settings on GC. That's gold, and gold hasn't done anything today. She's in a position, you see it up there, it's actually up to 10, but hasn't booked it yet. So for yesterday, she had 8 and 20. Let's see what we had for gold. So gold, 8 and 20. So that's correct. So right now, it's going to get a goose egg, 0. And I need to center these, don't I? Let me see if I can center them. There we go. And okay, so now let's go to oil, and we look at oil, and she had 7 trades today and she lost 180. Actually surprised with that, but it happens. So minus 180, 7 trades. And let's look at what she did yesterday. I can't hold all these notes. 480 for 3. I think that held true. 480 for 3. Okay, so now we want to look at copper. We also made an adjustment, I believe, on copper. But yeah, I'm fairly certain we did. But today's is 3 for 97. And so she made $97, and it was just 3 trades. She also was ordering too much, so we had to make an adjustment. Okay, but we got to keep it because that's what it did do yesterday. And let's go to the last one, which is the euro. Made no changes there. Euro had 7 trades. She did stinky today, so it happens. She only won 14%, 337. Minus 337 for how many trades did I say? I'm sorry. We're running out of time here. For 7. So what I want to show you is when you keep track, this is how we keep track of our trades, more or less. Keep a journal. Do this. Even if you're not a subscriber and you want this spreadsheet, I'll be happy to send it to you. We don't win them all, but this is how you run automated trading. But it is a leap of faith. And, you know, even though we can put this exact same thing, it's kind of like, you know, I could put a strategy on someone's computer, but if they don't have the experience and they don't know how to run, they don't have the confidence, it'd be impossible for them to run it. They're just too fearful. You know, it's kind of like playing with, you know, I'm sure Tiger Woods, how, you know, he swings so hard, he's got a particular shaft, he's got particular clubs. He can play golf beautifully with them. I couldn't swing them. You know, I'm just not equipped yet, ever, to swing his clubs. Okay? You need to get to a place like this. You know, it takes a commitment, it takes time, it takes practice, and it takes hard work, and it takes confidence. We can't give you, you know, the confidence. You have to work toward that. But if this type of approach resonates with you, this is just 2 days of trading. We've made $1,390 thus far. Beautiful. If you like this approach and you want to join a site where you can choose your own signals and test your own strategies. Maybe you have an idea. Maybe, by the way, moving averages don't work. But if you say, hey, you know, Bagger, can you write me a strategy, the 50 over the 200 I want to see, and I want to use a trailing stop, and I want to do this, this, and this. Can you show me the backtest results before you spend your entire IRA or your life, you know, chasing, something that's just not real. All right, we can certainly do that. So to that extent, we're always saying that I can't guarantee that you're going to make money. We can never do that because people, when they're trading their real money, they do things that, you know, they just do things if they're not ready. But we can save you. We definitely can save you time and money. And maybe just after a couple of months, you say, hey, you know what? This just isn't for me. This isn't what I thought trading was about, and I don't want to do it. To that extent, wouldn't you rather find out before you lose a bunch? I'm Bagger Don, Stock Market Caddy. Feel free to give me a call. See you tomorrow night.